Yo, what's up, Nufu? Still eating food. Trying to wake up, so you're good, man. I just figured I'd fucking start the stream because it's a little late. I actually slept a good amount. Hopefully it's a good busy at work and not a bad busy, though. I'm here for you, baby girl XOXO. Yo, what's up, Sky? I'm just trying to finish eating some food because I just fucking woke up. I actually got some good sleep for once. How are you doing, man? It's probably actually evening for you, huh? So, good evening. Hopefully you've had a good day. I'm just doing my first Chaos Dungeon of the day, you know how it is. This event seems like really bland, honestly. And I say that as somebody who really likes Chaos Dungeons. Because as we discovered yesterday, there's like very little actual reason to go kill bosses. Because I'm pretty sure the amount of powder you're supposed to get is based on the percentage. So there's like an expected amount you will hit every 100%. Because bosses only seem to drop 25. But they also give a ton of percentage. You feel me? You're alright? That's good to hear. Yeah, killing bosses does just make it faster. I'm mostly still thinking about that comment that I got on the Chaos Assault video where it was like, oh, you're just supposed to kill bosses because you get more stuff. And it's like, I mean, I just said I'd try it because I don't know, but it's just not true. Yo, what's up? How you doing, Mr. Chalky? I don't know. I almost kind of wish they made it like a proper dungeon or something. And you just run through the dungeon every day. And give, like, a boss at the end or something. Basically, just make it like an actual Chaos Dungeon. I don't know. Running around breaking swords for a really overpowered betrayal set effect seems like for an event. Might as well make it a real Chaos Dungeon. Literally, that's what I'm saying. I think it would be more enjoyable. In your experience, people shouldn't take things at face value and experiment. Yeah, that's why I typically, if somebody says something, I'll fucking try it, but I don't know, man. I like to experience shit myself. You can see it in my videos. See me learning the Transcendence Calculator myself rather than just looking at a Korean and just parroting whatever they say. Yeah, I'm gonna make mistakes and shit, but ultimately, are those mistakes gonna cost me my entire fucking Lost Ark account? Probably not. Plus, I have more fun figuring stuff out on my own. You're doing good, just struggling to find a gate 3 name my Theomine Normal Learning Party. That's life. Yeah, that sounds about right. How dare I have fun in my Lost Ark? That's what I've been saying. Hold on, let me eat this so I can actually do something. Efficiency and burnout is the only way to play? Yeah, I don't know about that. I am kind of surprised at how many people, like, need to know how every system works instantaneously without any, like, room to figure things out on their own. Because people seem to get very upset watching me learn how to do stuff. You just got 2 wishful embers? I don't think I've gotten one. Yeah, I haven't gotten one. Because you've watched me do it every day. Not that the wishful embers can drop anything useful, so I'm not really pressed about it. Any frog groups that I can fucking join? Compared to most events, this one might be one that most players interact with. I mean, I think that's true, but I also think that's because the only way to get the currency is by doing it, right? Most other events, you just get the currency by doing your regular dailies too, right? And I think it was designed that way. Please, I want a frog group, man. I mean, I guess I can just sit here and keep eating. Potent legendary elixir? I mean, shit. Those are actually both useful things. I just remember the list being full of shit like fucking pirate coins. Who the fuck cares about pirate coins? Who's ever said, fuck yes, let me get some pirate coins, man? Like, I cannot be the only one to have 350 of those boxes and 12 of these for some reason. I might as well just use these. Fucking waste of an inventory slot, if I'm being honest. But, like, I don't need pirate coins. I don't need sage powder. I don't think anybody needs sage powder or pirate coins. What the fuck is the higher one? This one? Yeah. Amazing. But I just remember seeing the list of shit you can get from Wishful Embers and it being, like, completely useless. You only have 100 chests because of guild weeklies? Yeah, I don't do them because I'm a bad gamer. Still trying to get your last LOS card before you can open your selectors. Imagine. I will finish eating. Fuck it. Although my point kind of still stands, even if you're opening the boxes for the weekly, you're not spending the coins. There's only a limited amount of things you can possibly buy. Is it worth the plant bonus card damage to fight Volda's boss one? No. But if you want to see a bigger number, then yeah, fuck it. Getting plant damage just for it, is it worth it? Fuck no. Bought all the cards from the event first thing. No luck. Unlucky, man. I assume you've probably already done, like, the usual stuff for the week. Challenge dungeon. Maybe a couple Argos. I mean, shit, if you're one card away, I'd probably be doing fucking everything I could. Just to get it the fuck over with. But when you're right at the end, I get a lot more motivated to do shit that I don't want to do. Just because once it's finished, I'll get that little feel good for about 30 seconds. Legendary card pack random? Maybe I'll get your card here. What card did you need? I don't think you needed that. Well, I mean, you probably need that. I need that. You don't need it for LOS. You don't want to burn yourself out still getting 1620? Yeah, that's totally fair. You don't need that, you got 16? Damn, look at you, Mr. Wandering Merchant Man. I don't think I've bought a single one of those. I'm missing a fucking ton. Both your embers drop from the mini boss and the guardian bosses? I don't know. I think I've only killed 2 of the big bosses. I would like there to be no, like, pity system on the wishful embers, so I can go the whole event with getting none. I think that would be fucking hilarious. Got all merchant cards maxed out because you're a loser. You're not. Shut the fuck up, man. You're a fucking gamer. You are the light queller. Nobody can take that from you. I just got lazy. That was during the period of time where I really wasn't playing the game. I mean, I still have a good amount of them, all things considered. If I had plant damage, I would likely have 2 Varkins now. I mean, what is my plant damage looking like? Only 3.3%? Yeah. Kind of lacking. Kinda lacking. I definitely could do with some more plant damage, you're not wrong. You touching that shit till you got max demon damage? I don't think I'll ever have max demon damage, that's my secret. I think I'm at a point where everything is just like good enough, the extra percentages just don't really matter to me. It'll happen as it happens. I'm close to a good amount more demon damage though. I'm just like missing 1 or 2 legendary cards to get the next awakening or whatever. So it'll happen when it happens. The way you could manage to do card runs, you have people to run with to break with and talking, yeah. Card runs are fucking awful. That's why I never did them. Surely there's a frog group now. Surely there's not 500,000 applicants to this group. Surely he wants to play with me. So sad they never want to play with me. Despairing at 39 set. That's rough, man. You never did either. Luckily, back when you're playing before the break, people still did a Reha for gold. Damn. People haven't done a Reha for gold in a minute. Failed a 90% for 40 out. Oh, I read that as after the break, not before the break. I'm still not really fully here. I'm never fully here, that's my secret. Just reminds me of that picture on Reddit that I saw the other day. Somebody with like a 5/5 elixir on the last turn, he's forced to seal the one option he don't want to seal. So his 5/5 elixir became a 5/1 elixir, which is pretty sick. That's a skill gap. That's a fetus diff. I don't think we need to be talking about fetuses again. I think we've already established I'm a fetus diff. Had that happen to you with one of your purples, except it wasn't 4/4 yet. Well, I mean, I think his was like 1 point away from being a 5/5, but if he had sealed the third option, it would have been a 5/5 because the point had nowhere else to go. It's just funny, and by funny I mean I would be very sad. Just be born a winner, easy as that. That's the thing, people don't consider this shit. Just be good, you know? Have you considered? Wandering Merchant has Way? Mr. Way? Funny as long as it doesn't happen to you. I mean, I would fucking... I'd be very upset with the game, that's for sure. No part of that would be funny. You are correct. fuck you knock me down for, Mr. Frode? I'm just trying to punch you, man. 4 cards from LOS 30, 1 point away from 40 set. Once you get both, your damage is gonna go crazy. You're so right. That's the optimistic take you need to take. Sure, maybe you don't have it right now, and maybe you feel like you got a little unluckers, but once you get it, shit's gonna be fire. What the hell is this, Mr. Frog? Friend of yours was stuck on 39 set for 4 weeks. All he needed was a 5-3. Never seen him so defeated. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, these systems will fucking suck you dry, and not in a good way. Imaginary big numbers are the only thing keeping you sane from the RNG? That's what I'm saying. It's like it was written in the Bible or whatever. Bigger number, better person. You play ties so you don't get big numbers? Sure you do. Your big numbers are just not as big as other people's big numbers. But big numbers are all relative, right? That is my sage wisdom for the day. Don't expect anything else profound. I mean, you shouldn't expect anything profound from me ever, but you know. That is everything. Did I get any, like, 500k bracelets per chance, per se, perhaps? Per chance, perhaps? Per schmaps? No 500k bracelet? That's fine. That's fine, maybe tomorrow. I should probably put these fucking elixirs in my box. I'm fucking tired of looking at them. Per schmaps. Play Lunar so you're not getting DB sort big numbers. Big numbers are big for your class. That's what I'm saying. Big numbers are all relative. Every class has their own big number. Like, I'm hitting the nut button when I fucking see like 100 mil blood massacre on my DI Shadowhunter. Is that a big number to most people? Hell no. Is that a big number for Shadowhunter? Fuck yeah. Big is good. Bigger number, better person. Biggest hit so far is like 70-80 mil on Frog with a Bard. Sounds like you need to consider Broken Bone. And also consider Spec Bard. And also consider 3 times break a con hard mode gate 3. You'll be hitting some big numbers. I want to do that shit just to see how big of a bomb I could theoretically hit. But it's such a specific thing. Also, there's no way you're getting 3 times break in a con at this point. I have so many Fions now, I might as well look into a broken build set. Broken bone build set thingamabobber. Especially if Trial Hanamatan is a thing. Didn't that come out today? Huh, I'll have to check it out. I would for fun, if not the cost, yeah. I mean, because I haven't really played the game, I have a fucking ton of Fions. I don't know what the hell to do with them all. Do I really just throw them away in fucking stones that aren't going to be 9/7s? Or do I do something fun? I don't know. Voldus Gate 2 for big numbers? God, I fucking hate Gate 2 Voldus. For multiple reasons. But you are right, that is probably where most people will hit their big numbers. You just spam your 3 best skills during buff in Gate 2. Yeah, I mean, the buff is fun, but the boss itself is not so fun. Between him deciding to dodge every trap in existence on occasion, and just be an annoying fucking Beyblade on occasion. And being a Beyblade wouldn't be so bad if you didn't have the buff, which you always do. It is just very easy to make one silly little mistake and then have to restart because you died. One silly little mistake. Also, I can't count the number of times that I have bombed, astroed, and just died. Princeton is going to help make numbers bigger, true. Every system going to make the numbers bigger. A little bit. Haven't had too much issue, but your 4-man party taking a break. Give them still doing 8-minute cons. Nice. Mostly just hoping on seeing more yellow numbers often from the 40 set. Can't count big numbers. If you see yellow, you pog. That's how it should be, nice and simple. Doesn't really matter what the number is. If it's yellow, I'm happy. Neurons firing. Because yellow means big. Nightmare set on Soul Eater, just RNG for big numbers. But when you crit, feels pog as fuck. Neuron activation mode. That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot Scrapper got reworked. I barely knew how they worked before the rework. Now I fucking sure as fuck don't know how they work at all. Feels like a brain blast from Jimmy Neutron? Hell yeah. That's what we're going for here. We're hip with the pop culture. Hello, my fellow kids. I remember playing old Scrapper with you buffed with Charging Blow. That's the only Scrapper I think I really knew. That's the only Scrapper you know? That's what I'm saying. And my whole team is locked up and they won't let him out. Made you main Scrapper from then on. I picked Soulfist to begin the game with, and I hated it the whole time I leveled it. I hated it the whole time I was doing basically anything. So I was, you know, love from day one, as they say. Why I kept playing it, I will never know. I'm not a quitter, I guess. And that's the fucking Chris guarantee right there. I don't fucking quit. Picked Soulfist to begin with. You hated it the whole time too. Then it was DB. Wasn't for you. You wanted something more like Reaper. Well, luckily Reaper exists now. Smile face. WD Reaper and Jar here. Yeah, but you know this. These are the fucking go-to players for the Witch Doctor and the Reapsers. The Reapsers. This is the fucking support group. Shadowhunter after the DB. I love Shadowhunter. And I don't think I will ever drop it out of my top 6, even if its damage never goes up. I just enjoy playing it too much. If Gunslinger wasn't so much brain power to do 0 damage, I probably would have kept that too. But the amount of brain power for the amount of damage that class output was not it for me, Chief. And it was also low-key kind of actually tedious to do, like, hard mode of con on it. The hard mode of con shit is what made me want to drop it more than anything. Because I realized I can't turn my brain off when I do, like, a con on that Gunslinger class at fucking 1600. My Shadowhunter, turn my brain off. Berserker, turn my brain off. Gunslinger, I gotta fucking be actually using my neurons and shit, bro. Ain't no way. If I'm doing my raids, I'm just trying to fucking watch whatever's on my second monitor and mostly focus on that. I don't think Gunslinger's hard to use brain-wise. I mean, it's more brain power than most classes, but I'm not saying it's like exceptionally hard or anything. I just think the amount of effort put in does not equal the output. Which is why if I was only in it for the damage, I would fucking drop my Shadowhunter, but I love the Shadowhunter. I think it's fun, and I think the amount of effort you put into it, the damage is fine. Do I wish it did more damage? Hell yeah, of course. But I'm about the fun, you know? It also doesn't help that I've always had a love-hate relationship with my fucking Gunslinger. Them changing focus shot to make it come out faster definitely helped a lot. But I still think there's just too much animation lock in that class in general. Because I do enjoy playing it. But I also feel like it's the class where I go from enjoying it to not enjoying it very fast. Because sometimes I just get tired of the same shit happening again. Where I'll use like a fucking ability, I'm animation locked. My spacebar's on cooldown because I had to use it to get out of another animation lock. And now I'm on the fucking floor or dead. And I'm just like, cool. We're not even talking about the fact that all my damage is missing, but that's a fucking fetus stiff. Gunslinger got like 5-second animation lock in every ability, that's what I'm saying. Everything's so backloaded on Gunslinger, not even animation lock on its own. It's animation lock so you hit the end of it because it's most of them. Yeah, that's also like, that's what I was saying with like focus shot. Them reducing one shot off focus shot helped a lot because it made it feel way better since the damage comes out faster. But it doesn't fix the problem. And all of Gunslinger's abilities are like that. All of them. Every single one of them. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't know who designed that shit and was like, yep, this is perfect. Literally every single ability. I don't get it. And that's kind of what I mean by, if you want to play Gunslinger, you have to use more brain power. Whether it be on playing the character itself, making sure you're using things during patterns where you know they will hit. Like, it's so much more effort. And I'm not trying to do that effort. You feel me? And I'm okay with that. Playing Gunslinger feels like RNG. You just do an ability and hope you don't get hit. Or you hope the boss gets hit too. I mean, yeah, I think I could compare it to what it feels like playing RS Soulfist. Because 90% of the time, you want to use your Awakening on cooldown. Because if you hold it for certain patterns, one, these quote-unquote certain patterns almost never exist anyways, and two, the longer you hold it, the less Awakening uses you get throughout a fight, right? Obviously. So, in most cases, it's better just to slam it and hope it hits. But that's every ability with Gunslinger. That's such a good way of looking at it. Though I think Gunslinger is slightly better than that, because, obviously, their abilities go out a little bit faster. So there's a lot more patterns where you can use an ability and 100% of the time hit it all. But it's the same idea. Also, I did record, I don't remember if I said this, but I did record my gate 1 through 3 Theomine this week on my Soul Fist. But the very end of the Theomine fight, my fucking recording corrupted, so it like cut out the last like 30 bars. So I'm gonna have to re-record it. I'm still gonna upload this week's one. But, yeah. It made me so fucking mad. At the very end of the fight, it's just like, fuck you, you can't get to see it. So annoying. It'd be one thing if she had 2 backloaded long animation skills, but it's like 8. I mean, it's all of her skills except Bullet Rain, literally. Is that my way of saying I died and got carried? No. Because I realized it right at the end, too. So I recorded another clip of the MVP screen, motherfucker. You can see me, Cruel Fighter, baby. I didn't do most damage, though. And I think that's obvious. I was with some of my friends, and they're kind of, how you say, higher item level than me and also good players. But I Cruel Fightered, man. I promise. I promise. Is there a Mayun card? I don't know who the fuck that is. Probably Photoshop. Rowan? I don't even think I can see Rowan. I don't have Rowan done. Oh, I can see Rowan. Is that what you want, Mr. Man? The top card? Okay, nobody wants to do tree with me, so I guess I'll do Chaos Dungeons first. Shaking my head, nobody wants to play Lost Ark with me. All of my Rowan cards that I have are entirely from Chaos Dungeon drops. Since I've never done Rowan. And I find that very amusing on some level. I'm sure there's like a demon damage set from there or something too that I'm missing. Oh well. I'll get it eventually. I ain't pressed. Maybe I can use those white and green selectors to help. I don't know. I'll need to figure out what I actually should probably use them on. It's the last card that isn't legendary that you haven't capped. Look at you, Mr. fucking Worldwide. Power Pass gave your Witch Doctor access? Wait, so if I Power Passed my Soul Eater, does that mean my Soul Eater has Rowan done? Oh shit, I did then. That's funny. My Soul Fist doesn't have it done, but my Soul Eater does then. That's wild. I did a little honing on my Soul Eater last night too. Almost 1610. I got a couple nice little passes. My weapon went at like 30% artisan, pretty good. Was feeling good about that. It should since Rowan came out before Elgasha. If I remember to check when I get on my Soul Eater, I will. It would make sense to me that it would unlock it. I just never stopped to consider that. It is everything besides Plesha and Voldus. Yeah, because I had the knowledge transfer both of those. I remember that. Because my friend wanted to run normal Voldus, and I was like, I don't really want to do it. But I'm going to push this character to 1620 eventually anyway, so I might as well just KT it. Ran one normal Voldus on that character and then haven't touched it since. But it's okay, I'm future prepped. I mean, yeah, I've never done it. I assume it would still unlock it. Because it would be weird for it to not unlock it. But if I remember, I'll look. I would imagine that's how it works, yeah, because Power Pass is like a completely brand new player can buy an Elgasha Power Pass, right? And then, having never cleared any of the MSQ before, they could still use it and get everything unlocked. So, I would assume. I'd be Gucci. But you know what they say about assuming. Makes me look dumb. Sad face. Surely, once I get out of this Chaos Dungeon, I will find people who want to play Lost Ark with me. Right? Surely I can find somebody who wants to play. Just got plus 24? Well, don't seem so excited about it. Damn, bro. What the hell? Give me the stats. What are the numbers looking like? Got it at 24 Artisan? Hell yeah, that's below average. That's what we call. Very nice. Congrats, bud. I want nothing more for you to, like, one tap 25. And that's on God. You've been scarred? I mean, you saved a good couple 100,000's worth of gold hitting it at 24 rather than pity, so I think that's a little excite moment. I would be stoked at least for like at least a minute or two. Shit, I got happy that I passed fucking plus 17 on my Soul Eater at like 30% Artisan. That's how down bad I am. I'm easy. 2023 we're all way above average. I mean, I know your feels, man. I'm there with you. But at least you got 24 at 24, you feel me? I was not so lucky. And that's why I hope you one-tap 25. Fucking get it done. If I can't have it, at least you can have it. As long as one of us are winning, that's all I care about. There is a pattern. You want to make me privy to this pattern? Because I'm unfamiliar. Very clearly, I need help. $21 at 90, 21 was 70, 22 was 55, 60-ish, 23 was 45, and now 24 at 24. So surely 25 is going to be below 24. I hope for your sake that your pattern recognition is spot on. Because if I've learned one thing from the Lost Ark subreddit, it's that pattern recognition is how you cut stones. And also potentially how you hone weapons. You're happy you got the gold glow at least? That's what I'm saying. Congrats again, though. Is this bard build universal for most raids? I never change my build, but I'm also somebody who's lazy. I think this build is perfectly fine for, like, basically everything, yeah? If you need a more reliable counter, then obviously you can drop something for buckshot. But what you drop for buckshot is up to you, man. I think most people drop harp, which isn't a great thing to drop. Imagine having red glow couldn't be you. Yeah. Used to be you, but not anymore. That's the old you. Never heard of him. Never heard of her. Any 500k bracelets, perchance, per se? Nope. Really banking on hitting like a 500k bracelet or something. Maybe a sidereal energy off of Sonovel? Surely that could happen. For me. Maybe not for anyone else, but for me, I'm feeling like it could. Don't know, you don't remember those times? That's what I'm saying. Please, let me go do my Bifrost. Please refer to me as the Plague Legion Commander, thank you. I might not be a light queller, but at least I'm a PLC. Which PLC, you'll never know. Oh, do I have 700k gold? Not spending it? It's not a great answer, but it's the right answer. Make something like 200k raw gold a week from raids. Me RMT? Oh, yeah. I don't know what you... Just, ugh. If you think IRMT, I don't know what you would look at an actual RMTer and see their account. Be fucking wild. The Mayhem Legion Commander? That's the PLC that I am, yeah. No Sonobel? Sad. $70 gold and nothing for whale arm tiers. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, if you just look at my account objectively, my main doesn't have full level 10 gems. I'm 1620 with a bunch of 1600s. I make 200k gold a week. It is 3 weeks of saving gold. If you can't save gold for 3 weeks, that is why you are broke. It's easier to just say yes, IRMT, because you're never gonna convince people like that. And that's something you gotta accept. Also, we'll just ignore the fact that, like, if you really were that diehard of a fucking, like, Sherlock Holmes detective, I do literally everything on stream now. Like, you can look back at all of my VODs and see exactly where it comes from. And you can also look at my videos if you're really that, like, into the sauce. You'd have to be pretty deranged to do that, but, like, I'm saying the option is there. What's the exact item level of my Soul Fist? 1621. You're broke honing at 1625? Well, yeah, this is exactly why I have gold, right? I'm not honing. I'm 1621, right? I'm quote-unquote far behind, you know? But if I want to make content, like videos and stuff, I have to save up. I can't just spend it as I get it. I mean, I guess I could, but that would be really obnoxious to make a bunch of small clips. Which is why I rather just save and then do like big sessions. What a loser, I got 3 item levels on me. Yeah, I told you, I'm shit. I'm shit, man. I don't have Light Queller. I don't have 3 extra item levels. Like, I have nothing. No hoes, no crypto, no bitches. I believe you. I mean, it's not like I'm fucking talking about you specifically, but I used to have a lot of people that would literally follow me around every video I posted, being like, you RMT. It's just like, brother, please. If I RMT, I'm doing a poor job of it. Also, believe me, if I had the money, I absolutely would RMT. I'm not going to sit here and say that I wouldn't. I would do it through Smilegate, but I would load up on Royals, that's for sure. I just don't have the money to do that. Thought you'd be 1624, so I must not have full 1620 gear? No, dude. I have a 24 weapon, and then, like, a bunch of, like, plus 19, 18 pieces on armor. Whatever that is. Because I think 24 weapon is 1640, right? I haven't honed armor on that character in a very long time. I must have like 3 18s. Yeah, I definitely have some 18s. I think that sounds right. How's the artisan for 25? I still haven't done a 25 honing session. Hence why I still have like some resources. I think I'm gonna do the honing session, or the first honing session on reset next week. So I will let you know then. But it's still at like whatever artisan it was at the end of the 24 video. So like 2% or some shit. Chaos Gate. I can do a little Chaos Gate. Any supports? No supports. LF DPS. Man still in lobby. AFK. You got 1620 on everything at least for Echidna, because defense penalty, you probably can't hone gear that isn't 1620 with Echidna honing. Isn't like... And again, I could be completely making this up because I'm a bad person and I like to lie a lot. But isn't it cheaper to get every piece of gear to plus 21? I don't know what plus 21 is. Maybe 1630? It's cheaper to regular hone to plus 21 than use Echidna? Am I deranged for saying that? I don't know why I think this is true. I feel like I've read this somewhere. And people on the internet never lie. But is this true? I don't know. You tell me. It is 1630. Okay, so at least one of the things that I said weren't a lie. I'll take that. 1 for 2. You don't think so, but you don't think so. Okay. I don't know why that's committed to my memory, but I definitely feel like I've read it somewhere. Epic gaming moment, been saying. Nothing but epic gaming moments. Otherwise, people would be pushing for 1630. I feel like a lot of people are trying to hone. It's just prohibitively costly, right? People said it wasn't worth waiting if you get unlucky with advanced hunting, because costs would be pretty much equal. So is that the idea then? With regular honing versus the echidna honing up to 1630, it's like pretty much the same cost, unless you get like on one end of either extreme. I guess I would have to look at the average expected cost of both, right? But then that would require me to look up numbers and shit, and that's just not how I do things. I just read things on the internet and hope they're right. And then I ask other people. That shows the difference? What shows the difference? What am I missing? I saved my teammate because I'm such an epic gamer. Oh, the link you posted? If you posted a link, I can't see it. For some reason, YouTube just cucks links instantly. Like, it's not cheap, it's just cheaper. Oh yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be cheap. Like, if people think advanced honing is going to be like some super cheap way of honing, they're going to be very disappointed. It's just cheaper. I believe you, though. Because, I mean, I asked the question not knowing, right? I'm willing to be wrong. Because I only have it committed to memory from some strange comment on the internet. And there also just might have been context that I was missing when I initially read the comment. Which is also very possible. I'm reading about the advanced honing costs. I assume this is the link that you would have sent. It's the table on Reddit. And if the table is to be believed, I think I can understand maybe somebody misinterpreted the table. Because costs are sort of similar. Advanced honing is much cheaper in comparison. But shit's still expensive as fuck. But it is good to see that setting at 1620 is just cheaper. I assume the armor has to be 1620 at least to advanced hone it, though. So, like, if I, for some reason, decided to just sit at plus 18 armor, I would need to hone it. I imagine. I would need to hone it to plus 19. I'm 99% sure. I mean, that's what makes sense to me logically, which is why I'm asking. Because maybe I'll just sit at, like, 1625 or whatever I end up being at with a 25 weapon and alt 19 armor. And then I'll take, like, a slightly cheaper path with advanced toning. I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't put much thought into it. I mean, most of my thought has been about getting my 25 weapon. The expensive is pushing to 1620, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, isn't Echidna normal 1620? So that would probably make sense as to why. And that's also why I would assume you probably need plus 19 to interact with the advanced honing shit. Then if it's on every piece or not, you don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's probably every piece. Just because that's what makes sense, right? I mean, we'll know for sure soon enough. It's still crazy to me that fucking new raid's coming out next month. Can't transcend a piece that's under 1610? I didn't know that. Makes sense, I guess, yeah. But I didn't know that. Found that out from a friend she tried to. I mean, it makes sense, but I did not know that, so yeah. Good to know for real, for real. Your main is 1510, and your only source of gold is to do Legion raids. And you're a newbie, and you just got heart. Here, it is pretty hard. Should you buy the South Vern Pass so you can be 14-15 and do other raids for gold? You mean like on an alt character? I mean, that's up to you. If you're enjoying the game and you really want to spend money on like a pass, you can. But I would honestly urge you to just wait for more express events. I don't know. Puts you in a really weird spot. I just feel like as a new player, and especially with the value of power passes being not the greatest, I don't know, man. I think if you're comfortable with spending the money, you can. But I would probably suggest waiting for more events, as like shitty as that is. The events help you so much, especially as like a newer player. I don't know. I don't know how I would start as a new player at this point. It's hard for me to say. I'm trying to think. Because it's like, let's assume you power pass to 14, 15, right? The only raids you're going to have are raids that people don't really do and don't really give much gold. So you're going to need to hone up to, like, let's say at minimum 1540 for, like, Kyangal, normal and stuff, and, like, Brel hard. But, like, what materials do you have, right? Which is why I say, like, maybe wait for an event. Probably consider Elgasha Power Pass if you're going that route. That might not be a bad idea if you're gonna go the Power Pass route. I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I don't want to just sit here and give you, like, complete shit advice, but it's hard. I don't know what I would do. It's hard for me to say. Sad as it sounds, you wouldn't start playing Lost Ark now. I don't think that sounds super sad. I mean, it does sound sad, I guess, but I don't fault you for saying that. I've been saying it. The new player experience is not great. They need to do more. Yeah, you do get North Vern power passes, but that you have to go through tier 1, tier 2, which on an account with literally no resources can be kind of hard. If you had solo content, it would be a different story. I do think solo content would help people in this situation a lot, right? Should you grind a Punika and pass? I don't think grinding a Punika, if you're gonna power pass, does anything useful, right? Unless you have to. Is there a Chaos Gate here? There's not. Am I going to be able to get into the Chaos Gate? I think my yapping slowed down my Chaos Dungeon too much. So sad. Funny thing with events is you get boosted to the moon, so it helps with that. The bad thing is you don't know how to play the game and are forced to jump into hard raids. That's why I'm like... I'm team wait, but also, like, I understand that you don't get that many events. And they're infrequent. And, like... if you're looking to get more gold, you need more characters to get more gold, right? But you're also spending resources on that character, which ends up being gold. It's just, like, hard for me to say what someone should do in that situation, especially with no solo raids. Because I think if solo raids were out, it would be a lot easier for newer players, especially. Because people in this situation would benefit the most from solo raids, right? Where it's like they have a bunch of, like, really low item level characters, like 14, 15 or whatever. But they're still able to do some things for gold. Honestly, I think, like, solo raids for lower raids probably should give full resources. Like gold, mats, everything. I mean, we still don't know what the rewards are really gonna be, but getting ahead of myself. Community Discord is definitely a good shout, but it also doesn't really help with, like, the gold generation issue, right? I guess you might be able to find people to run like Vault and Vicus and stuff with you. Randomly finding a party for Gate 1 Vault, and then you forgot there's 2 gates and they quit after 2 tries. That sounds about right. Unfortunately. And that's where, like, a community Discord of people specifically there to, like, help you learn would, like, make a world of difference. Because you'd both learn the raid and also make sure it gets done. But it is a lot more work than just, like, queuing up or finding a group. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't consider 2 tries a jail. That's just people being people, really, is all I can say. Learning is progression. I mean, I think learning and progression go hand in hand, right? I use them pretty interchangeably, at least. Jail only occurs after you pass the gate. I mean, the way that I read that is they cleared gate 1, and then they tried gate 2 twice, and then everybody quit out. That's what I read it as. But I also could just be dumb. It's gonna be hard finding a gate 2 party. Yeah, if you're on gate 2, you are pulling from an already very small amount of players, and that player pool just got even smaller for something like Vaulton. I mean, I think jail made the most sense for something like Argos, back when you'd have, like, somebody DC Argos Gate 2. That shit was miserable. That's the real jail. Hopes and dreams went to die in Argos Gate 2. Yeah, community discords make sure shit like this doesn't happen, right? And I think that's very valuable. Plus, on top of the fact that the people there are willing to teach you. Like, that's the whole reason. Well, maybe not the whole reason, but it is a lot of the driving factor behind why people are doing it. That's why you want to power pass at least one ult to 14, 15. Yeah, I mean, again, if you're okay with the cost and you're enjoying the game, I don't want to discourage you from doing it, right? Because obviously we all value things differently. So if you're okay with it, I don't think it's wrong of you to do that. I just don't want to give you, like, bad advice. And I've been thinking about, like, if I were in your position, what would I do? I don't know, it's hard, man. This game is not easy to play as a new player. But I do think you've gotten some good advice from Mr. Pinsanity. Because he's been in a similar-ish position. You told him what you did at 1500. Yeah. I'm saying. You're probably, like, the best source of info on this. Because it wasn't exactly your position, but it was, like, about as similar as you're gonna get, I think. I mean, if you're on N8 West, I would just give you a bunch of fucking mats and help you hone characters up. But if you're on East, I can't even do that. Or I could help you run shit. But, unfortunately... I can't. Because I don't mind helping people. Within reason, of course. Remember you once helped a guy with an elixir from Rebels chat? That you talked at game, you found out literally they're in a braille together, like 10 minutes ago. Small world, man. Community Discord is the way to go if you're willing to try. I mean, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, Community Discord is essentially what you were doing here, right? If I was on the same server, I would basically be doing the same thing for you. If I could, at least. Don't know the Discord for any East. Is it still on the subreddit? Perchance, perhaps? Chance? You need 100k IRL PayPal? Yeah, I'm not on the same server as you, bro. I wish I was. I really do. I really wish I could help you. But we're just not on the same server, is the thing. Oh yeah, it's on Nexus. You're so right for that. You're so based and right for that. You playing EU IRL? So that's what I'm saying. We're just not on the same server. I wish. Like, I really do. You know? It's just out of my hands. You know, a small loan of $1 million. Can I help you, please? I'm busy that day. I really wish I could help. I've just been, like, really busy recently. I need some small loans of a couple million. Man, what the fuck? Help me out. I need somebody to shower me in so much gold It actually looks like IRMT. I would, but we're not in the same region. Man, that's fucked up. Can't use my own magic against me. You need golden leap stones now, though? I always need golden leap stones. It's my secret. You think you're already there, but for learning parties, it's basically none for Vaulton. I don't know how the Discord is set up specifically, but if there's like a channel specifically made for like asking for groups or whatever, if you like, I promise if you like send out a message here and there, maybe people won't instantly respond, but you will definitely find people that will not mind helping you. Also shouldn't learn the harder ones if you haven't done the first, and I disagree with that too. Learn whatever you can. It doesn't matter what order you do it in. If people have learning parties and you're able to go to whatever raid that they're teaching, highly recommend you go. Because your goal, I think, more importantly over anything, the sooner you can start learning the raids that people still actually do, like Belshazzar, the better off you are. Because, I mean, a raid like Vault and Vicus don't really get ran anymore. And they're also, like, pretty comparatively easy if you look at the old stuff versus the new stuff. So if you learn something like Brel, you'll feel more comfortable with Vault and Vicus anyways, which will also help you. Basically, learn whatever the fuck you're able to learn. Don't limit yourself based on what you have or haven't cleared. Because a learning party is meant to teach you. And they do not expect you to do good. They expect you to want to ask questions and actually listen and, like, learn. But as long as you're doing that, I don't think anybody will ever get mad at you. And if they do, that's why you're in a community Discord, so they get held accountable for being weirdos. Pretty happy once you cleared Gate 1, then you saw Gate 2 is 2 times harder. It's definitely overwhelming at first, and one of these days you're gonna go back to that. Well, I hope you go back to it, and you're gonna be like, man, this is so easy. And that shit feels so good. Because that's the literal definition of progression. You've progressed as a fucking gamer. Why did Pharaoh? Was my Pharaoh not good enough? Okay, man. Thanks for your help. Well, I fucking wish I could do more for you, to be honest. Like, I wish I could help teach you shit. Because I get it, man. I'm somebody who's bitched about the new player experience in this game for as long as I can remember. And it has only gotten worse. Here and there they do nice things for newer players, but it's not enough. It's never enough. Pins. Yeah, please call my man by his maiden name. Trashy Pins. But you said learning is an underappreciated type of progression? Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, I use them interchangeably, but feels so good to just go back into a raid that used to fucking eat your ass, and then you're the one eating their ass, you feel me? The main is Punchy Pins. Look, man, I've only played with Crashy Pins. I only know who I know who I know. This week's day of mine, you're blasting music goblin. It was fuck you. Remember you had to call out shit because you had a friend who hadn't cleared yet? See, if I had somebody to just call shit out for me, I'd be chilling. But when I recorded the Theamine, obviously I wasn't in comms. I'm usually not in comms anyways, because I'm, like, watching shit. But I haven't cleared Theamine enough, so I actually have to focus. And goddamn, me talking, even a little bit, on a raid I'm not super familiar with is so fucking hard. Because I still have to pay attention in Theamine. Really like your mindset and opinions. You're a Chad, to be honest. I mean, he's a real one. He's one of the few people's comments that when I see he comments on a video, I don't immediately just roll my eyes and wonder what I did this time. And it's like, we don't always agree on everything, but that's totally okay. The way he expresses it when we don't agree is like that of a normal person, and I fucking respect it. He's a real one. It's almost like you can not agree on everything, but still, like, be normal. How much gold is needed to 1510 to 1580? There's a honing calculator on Maxroll. I would highly recommend you take a look at that and familiarize yourself with the honing calculator. It can give you estimates based on, like, best case scenario, average scenario, worst case scenario. So it can give you, like, a ballpark idea of how much, like, materials and stuff you'll need to hone certain levels. But if you just Google Lost Ark honing calculator, you'll get the calculator link. That thing will become your best friend. It's more like you've done so many teaching raids. The best people to teach and do them with is people like Mr. Pins. I mean, yeah, people with the mindset of wanting to learn is important. And I think going one step above in-game, i.e. like Discord servers for learning parties, shows that the people are willing to put in like a little bit extra effort, and that extra effort usually translates into like good people to teach, right? In-game learning parties are very hit or miss, both on the teaching and the learner side, from my experience. Using all artisan energy because your luck's not that good. I'm telling you, the honing calculator will have all the answers you seek. And you can set it to whatever scenario you need. You can set it to 100% artisan, you can set it to average, you can set it to one tap. It'll tell you everything you need. You're not that great of a teacher because you learn fast, and things tend to be more intuitive. I don't think that would necessarily make you a worse teacher, though, right? Especially if you're cognizant of the fact that you learn things and pick up things in ways that some people might not. That's the max roll calculator? Yes. East fish got inflated to the max. First time you've seen negative profit with fish. That's crazy. Fish have been going up here too, but it takes some time for the price of fusions to catch up when prices spike heavily. But to see negative profit is kind of wild. You are not wrong. Only thing that keeps you going doing teaching parties is the message you get from people. Yeah, I mean, if somebody approaches me and asks me to teach them how to do something, I'm always more than happy. I think my biggest complaint is when people don't listen to, like, my advice or teaching when they come to me specifically. Which is why I typically try to keep my advice and opinions to myself unless I'm asked. But if you ask me and then just, like, completely ignore what I'm saying, it makes me sad. No 500k bracelet. Unlucky. Guess it depends on the students. You're fairly blunt and straightforward with my teaching. Damn, so you're gonna call me shit if I'm being shit? That's rough. No, I get it. I just don't think you picking things up faster is necessarily a negative for, like, your teaching abilities, you know? Especially if you're aware of that, yeah. You feel me? Use that shit as a strength. Kind of pissed because you can't make passive income anymore, do you think? I mean, it might be negative right now, but I feel like you give it, like, not even a full day, prices will figure itself out. But do I think it's due to the merge? I have no idea, dude. I definitely think things are a bit in the air because of it, for sure. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think it has nothing to do with it. But how much of it? I don't know. Just react, lol. Why'd you get hit, bro? I told you to watch out for that. But I definitely feel like I'm the same way in that I learn things very fast, and I'm like... I don't know. I basically never watch guides for raids. I'm that guy. I don't watch guides. I will look up the major wipe mechanics and make sure I understand what they are so I don't wipe the raid. But anything else is completely, like, in one ear, out the other. I need to actually do this shit. I'll fuck something up, like, once, maybe twice, and then I'll be good. And especially if I have somebody calling out things for me, like I did on my first Gate 3 Theomine clear, I just listen to what people say. It's no problem. You can tell me I need to do something as it's happening, I'll do it, no problem. But I am definitely similar in that I learn things very quickly. And I learn by doing. Like, I can study something, but it's just... it's not going to be nearly as effective as putting me in there. Because part of learning is also learning what patterns you can or cannot greed on. And the only way to know that is by trying that shit yourself, honestly. Like, it's just a lot of, you know, learning, really. Hands-on shit. You want to get back crafting because you're just like you, little lazy man? That's what I'm saying. Crafting's such good. A little passive money, a little passive income. Especially if you're going for the Stronghold XP. So I can understand the frustration. Sometimes prices do just, like, jump on trade skill mats, and then it takes a while for the fusion price to catch up. But I promise you it will. It just might take, like, a day. But in the merge case, I don't know. It might take a little bit longer until, like, maybe the server merges. I don't know. It's hard. Because you are in a very special edge case right now with East. I wish I could fucking give you my crystal ball if I had one. But I do not. You avoid greeting when you're learning? See, I think greeting while learning is the best time to do it. Because that you're there to learn what you can or cannot greed through. Right? Like for Theamine. I fucking got bopped because of the fucking, like, Virgil shit, and I didn't realize, like, the back is also a hitbox. I did that shit once, never again. Easy. I guess Alfaro? Is that Sorka day one character? Yeah. You can tell that it's a day one character based on the unas that I do on it. I'm lazy, man. I don't know why I just ignited. Who gives a shit? I'm out here having fun. Definitely suggest focusing on avoiding things for seeing what you can greed. I don't know. I think avoiding things just comes naturally, so I don't ever have to worry about it. So my first priority becomes see what I can do max damage during. But I also play a class that kind of is designed in the way where I can greed a shitload. So I don't know. Might be a class diff too. Oh, just like straight fucking... No, like when I say greed, I mean like greed like certain red patterns, for example. Like, do I need to move out of this, or can I sit here and energy blast through it? Because I think knowing what red patterns you can or cannot take is, like, very important. But, like, normal patterns, I think obviously are very important to learn, which you will just learn by doing. But again, I think it also might just really be a class diff. Because I have a lot of DR and a lot of situational push immune. And I don't know about, like, how I would prog on other classes, because I only ever prog things on my Soulfist. I definitely do think for the majority of people, your first priority should be learning how to live, though. Yes, you are correct. I just think there is value to learning in what you can or cannot, like, tank, too. Like a bit of a priority system, I guess. Let's do this song. No, I'm not feeling this. Let's do this vid. Yeah, this is my shit. Pharaoh again, fuck it. Now, you know what I really want to listen to? I want to fucking listen to the Balatro fucking OST again. Fucking love Balatro, man. A lot of para immunity. I agree, learning what does what matters. Yeah, it for sure does. But it's also not the only thing you should learn, which I think is also what you were trying to say, which I agree with completely. I just think fully neglecting it is bad, too, you know? Fully neglecting anything is bad. What have we learned today? Extremes are generally bad. We're so progressive here. Yo, what's up, Chris? How you doing? You're looking very handsome and fine today, by the way. For no reason. Just, you are. I'm fucking stuck, bro. Or stuck. Not Extreme Vaultin'? I never did Extreme Vaultin', so I can't comment, sir. Some red patterns are easy to goblin. If you're not DPSing during red patterns, you're just not comfortable enough. Yeah, or you're just not like, yeah, I mean, I guess comfortable is not knowing. Okay. Balatro OST. Give me the Balatro soundtrack. Fuck yes. Getting hit is just gonna happen, though. Yeah, for sure. All learning is just repetitions. Because it's like, even though I know Gate 3 Theomine, right? I don't feel comfortable. I still need more reps. Like, I know the fight well enough to not be a liability, to be sure. But for my own personal, like, comfortability, I would not be, like, super comfortable. I'm not super comfortable with it. But that's, like, a personal thing. Tried Theomine Gate 4.1 hard mode yesterday. Didn't go well. How am I? I'm doing alright. You're off? Have a good one, Sky. Thanks for hanging out. Always love talking with you. Have a good rest of your evening / night / sleep / whatever. Don't greed during red patterns usually because you get knocked down unless you dodge or use your singular push immune. Yeah, I think that's fair. I definitely spacebar way too aggressively on my Soul Fist, and that carries over into my other characters. And I know that's like a problem that I have. That's like my biggest problem. I space way too aggressively. And on my Soul Fist, it's generally okay. But on a character like a Sork or something, maybe not as great. That is a bad habit of mine. You make notes of para patterns? I think that's something I just learn eventually after getting fucking paralyzed enough times. I don't know if I actively make a note of it. My brain does something though, that's for sure. What that something is, we're not sure, but it does something. ICB doesn't have para, I mean, you gotta be careful. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm just thankful that Energy Blast is generally a good skill for me to just press if I'm, like, unsure if something is gonna, like, fuck me up. Whether it be para or, like, push or whatever. And EB lasts a good amount of time. And then there's also taking the Tenacity Tripod for ER. So I can ER to, like, block, like, a push or something. It's very tight timing, but that's for when, like, I'm comfortable with a fight and I know what is going to happen, when it's going to happen, shit like that. That's also why I really like the Tenacity Tripod and I hate dropping it for Cleanse. Because I use it as push immune so much. I mean, I'll still drop it for Cleanse when I need to, but I'm not happy about it. But that's just because I have the mindset of, like, breeding. Because I don't know, that's how I've always played games, how I've always played MMOs. I want to get as close to 100% uptime as possible. That's, like, my own goal. Like, obviously I don't want to grief the raid to get uptime. But there's ways to do it to not grief the raid, you know? It just takes some learning. When you did normal vault with Soulfist, EO still use EB? Yeah, it's rough. I know a lot of EO mains at the time were very upset losing Energy Blast. I don't like the skill. Like, I still like Shadowbreaker more. But I'm not going to sit here and say that Energy Blast isn't, like, a super nice skill to, like, have in the kit. Specifically for its, like, push and para immune. It helps a lot. Who doesn't like laser beams? Just the fact that it keeps you in place. And also, back in the day when I really didn't like it, it was very janky to fit it into the rotation with, like, my level 7 gems and stuff. And also not having, like, a little bit of Swift on my Bracer, because Bracers didn't exist. EB definitely feels much better to play with now. But it wasn't always like this. Is what I will say. No 500k Bracer, we hate to see it. That stuff felt a bit refreshing too, coming from touch butt range tie with some mid-range. I'm definitely thankful that all the skills aren't melee. Merciless Pummel is still a very frustrating skill to use sometimes, though. But I do enjoy the fact that I wouldn't consider Soulfist ranged, but I like that it has some range to it. For sure. Because if it didn't, that would be A very unfun experience, I think. You have to set off a lot of patterns on Thai because of the forward momentum. I mean, I get that. Solfus has a little bit of it too. Not nearly as much as fucking Scrapper, obviously. But we have some movement in our, basically all of our abilities. Except like EB. Everything slightly shifts us either to the side or forward slightly. Like if I cast Palm, it moves me forward a little bit. And that has gotten me killed before. It's gotten me killed many times. Should I try to join a party on my 1580 Swoopius? It's not gonna happen. Alright, I'll MM it. Nobody likes Swoopius. Yeah, I know it's not a little bit for you. That's why I said it's nothing similar. Except for, like, Merciless Pummel. Because Merciless Pummel puts you into a fucking different area code at the initial cast. But I get it. The forward momentum definitely exists. There's a lot of it on Berserker, too. Again, not nearly as much as fucking Scrapper, but... I've overdrived myself into a fucking death many times. One skill does have range for you? Hell yeah, we take those. Shock is more leeway. Shock is more stationary in general, right? With shit like Death Rattle, so it makes sense. Because Ty doesn't use Death Rattle, does it? That's a shock skill. And again, my knowledge of Scrapper comes from, like, when Clown came out. That's the one skill with range? Okay. Well, I didn't know you used it, but I'm glad you do. That skill's pretty chill. Charging Blow is fucking annoying. That's what I will say. That's what I remember. Counter also has range. Does that count, though? To be fair to you, I wouldn't count it. It's a stamina skill now? Yeah, I'll pretend like I know what that means. I'll pretend I know what that means in relation to how your character plays now. Yeah, I know stamina's yellow, shock's green, but I don't know what that means for how you play the class at this point, right? Like I said, my very limited knowledge is of Shock Scrapper from Clown, because I had a friend who played Shock. And he was very vocal about it. It did more damage than when it was green. Well, that's what we call balance. Homie got freed basically instantly, and he just fucking took it. I respect that. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Do I know if an alt roster on the same account is against TOS? Should it funnel go to main roster? I don't know if it's against TOS or not, to be honest with you. I know plenty of people who have done it in the past. I have also done it in the past. My account is not banned, and neither is any of the people that I know who have done it in the past. So, I don't know. But I don't think so. Asterisk. And the asterisk is, I don't know. It's almost noon, past your bedtime, allergy meds are kicking in, time to sleep, have a good one. Yeah, of course. Thanks for hanging out, Mr. Pins, Mr. Crashy Pins, Mr. Punchy Pins. I'm almost done with my dailies, and I'm about to go play some D4 after this, I think. It's going to be a good weekend. Good vibes. Have a good sleep, my friend. And thanks for hanging out as always. Gotcha, use with caution, I guess. If I'm banned, that's the universe begging me to stop playing. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of... I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I've read the terms of service. Because I haven't. But, anecdotally, and from my own experience, it seems to be okay. At least it was okay when I did it, and my friends did it. Because I had an alt roster before the server merges. That's the one. And obviously, since the server merges happened, I no longer have an alt roster. And same for, like, all my friends. I didn't do too much with my alt roster. Mostly just crafted on it. And then moved over the extra gold from crafting. But I have benefited from that, so... I don't know. Your mileage may vary. Use with caution. I like that. But with how relaxed they are with, like, our actual RM tiers, I think you'll be fine. Because, I mean, what you're doing is just, like, playing the game, right? So, should be okay. Heard a guy that cleared the first was banned for supposedly selling gold. He claimed to have transferred gold from a Jumpstart server. I mean... that's, like, one of the few cases where I would be, like, actually willing to support Amazon Smilegate's judgment. Because they're not just arbitrarily banning people for, like, the first stuff. I think he probably did something bad that he knows he did, and he just doesn't want to admit to it. I don't think it was from transferring gold to himself from Jumpstart, right? I'm not saying that it's out of the realm of possibility, but I don't believe it. The game is super hit or miss with the stuff, yeah, unfortunately. I do wish they were more, like, clear-cut about, like, what is okay and what is not okay. Instead of it just being, like, a bunch of, I don't know, I did it for X amount of time and I seem to be okay type posts. Because it's like the same shit with the DPS meter. Right? They've never publicly said it's okay or not okay. In Korea, they've said it's not okay, but they've never made a statement for our version as far as I'm aware, right? I don't know. I don't really get it. No, not at least one that you've heard. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. Just seems like they're very against wanting to make a decisive, like, decision on what is or isn't okay. So maybe they have leeway in the future to be like, well, we don't really like the fact that you did this, so you're banned now. I don't know. It's fucking bizarre to me. But again, maybe that's exactly why they don't do it. Who knows? That's some conspiracy theory shit. A lot of tippy-toeing and question dodging, yeah. As long as you don't demonstrate toxic behavior, the DPS meter should be okay. I mean, again, a statement from Amazon specifically, I think, would do a lot, right? We shouldn't have to guess on things like this. We shouldn't have to guess on things like alt rosters being okay or not, you know? It should either be a yes or a no. But that's like an ideal world, I guess. On a different note, how's the event been treating me? Have I dropped any nice event embers? Bro, I have not gotten a single ember from the event. And I'm sure if I did, it would be something like 500k silver. Which is not something I'm particularly stressed about. I kind of wonder if the event has like a pity system for embers, or I could theoretically go the whole event without getting one. I think that'd be funny. Because, I mean, of the drop table, I don't think the rewards are, like, that crazy good. So I'd be like, I think it'd be funny to just get 0 embers the whole time. Mr. Bezos himself plays 5 alt rosters. I believe it. But I'm sure I'll get an Ember tomorrow. I mean, that'll be what, day 4? Surely they don't make me go 4 days with no Ember. Where are the tree parties at, man? I guess we'll do chaos. Whatever. Wonder why they limited to a single clear a day. I mean, I've been saying it since it came out. It doesn't seem like a very, like, super well thought out event. It's just like an open world chaos dungeon that I think would be it would be more enjoyable if it was like an actual chaos dungeon. But the whole event just seems weird to me. I mean, it's free shit, is what it is. Doesn't take that long to do. Don't want people clearing out the vendor too fast. Yeah, I think that's also definitely a possibility. Though, again, I don't know why they made it like a one-time thing rather than like what they normally do, which would be like a refresh every reset, right? It ends up being the same thing. It just looks different. I mean, I don't care either way, but it just seems weird that they did it the refresh way the whole time through up until now. Let's go. What is up? Good old Escaflow. How you doing? I mean, it's the weekend. Also, you don't have to show up every day. But it's always nice seeing the same people. Especially just stop by and say hi. And hey, you made it. I'm not done yet. I'm almost done, but I'm not done. But I do hope your weekend has been going well. Just do Umbrella? Hell yeah, dude. I got basically all my raids done before the weekend. I think I have like 2 Akans and 1 Brell on my support to do still, but I ain't pressed about it. It's a little Diablo 4 kind of weekend, I think. I guess Bro Gate 4 reset so I can start looking for normal Gate 4 parties throughout the week too. I'm not worried about it. I'll get it done. All in the name of the chance of a fucking sidereal energy. The last tree of the day, and then I am done. Smile face. Looking for support. Damn, okay, you don't want to play with me? Oh, you do? Okay. Just took you forever. Just want to do my tree, man. Man, I cannot wait to get this character to 1620. Fucking love playing Soul Eater. Hmm. Last tree done, all my dailies done. Fuck yeah, man. Any 500k bracers? Imagine. No 500k bracer, never happens. It'll never happen until it does. Anyways, that's it for me for today, I think. Hopefully everybody has a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys all tomorrow around the same time. You know the drill. Thanks for hanging out. Fun times, as always. I love you all. Bye!